What's going on, guys? I am Stock Sniper Mike, and I'm back again with another Weekly Watchers watch list. For those of you guys that don't know what the Weekly Watchers is, you're missing out on something great. You could check it out on our website or on our app on Google Play or on the App Store under Stock Snipers, or our website www.thestocksnipers.com. Now, what the watch list is a list of stocks we believe have the most potential to make you and I money over the weekend. And right now, we're in a very tough time in the overall market. We have the market coming down for the past 4 months, but really started to accelerate the past 2 weeks here as the inflation numbers continue to rise. So with that happening, we have the overall market continuing to drop and drop fast. But what's great about the Stock Snipers is you can actually take advantage of moves while the market is dropping like this. And how do we do that? By creating a watch list and being prepared. So let's dive in and let's see what we're looking at for this week. And today I'm going to bring you into our app. So if you do have an iPhone or Android, you could download the Stock Snipers app on your phone. And when you pull it up, you want to make sure to get to the All page. And when you open the app up, you're going to see the All page that has everything that we offer for you day in and day out as a Stock Sniper. Today we're going to be highlighting the watch list, so we'll click that watch list tab, and the Weekly Watchers is always going to be posted every Sunday afternoon with the guy with the binoculars looking out to find something hot. And that's that watch list right there. So when we click on it, we'll have a list of the stocks we're looking at. Now, we always start off with OTC stocks because that is the Stock Sniper's bread and butter and where we've made most of our money. But we have dabbled into listed low float stocks and options lately, so we do have those on the list as well. So at first, we're going to start with the OTCs, and then we'll get down to listed. Before we dive in, I'll give you a quick summary about what was going on last week, and then let's get started. Last week in the market, it continued to get ugly. We traded sideways for a while, for about 3 days, until the inflation numbers came out and the CPI number came at 8.6%, higher than expected. We really were thinking that it was going to be lower than expected at these times because how long we've been going through this, but unfortunately the numbers came out and they were worse than expected. And when numbers come out and they're worse than expected, the market usually drops, and that's exactly what happened here. It got ugly though to close out the overall week on Friday, and the major indexes, the SPY, the QQQ, and the Dow Jones all made 52-week lows to close out the week on Friday. We still were able to profit about $2,200 on the week in one of the ugliest weeks. So there are possibilities out there, and that's why we have this watch list. There hasn't been too much hot sector momentum going on besides the oil sector because what's going on with gas prices. Oil stocks are listed stocks, so a little harder to play, but we will be continuing to watch that this week, as well as two sectors that have been completely beat up in the past, the cannabis and Bitcoin sector. We do think those are due to turn around in the upcoming month, maybe not this week, but in the upcoming month. So we'll be keeping an eye on that in June. But let's dive in and let's see what we're looking for this week. And the first one we're going to start off is an OTC oil related penny stock. And why we like it is because it's creating consecutive red days. After 3 red days, we always say there's a good opportunity to find that first green day move. And this stock is now on 7 straight red days. So a whole bunch of red days coming down to long-term support of 20 cents. We'll be looking for PQEFF to hold around that area and finally create that first green day to take advantage of next week. The next one is an OTC sub penny stock that we actually got a partial fill and was able to make a little bit off this one. So good move already making almost $400 there on BMIX. This is a sub penny, which means you have to cut a penny in half, but it's a multi-month breakout. And what's even better about this multi-month breakout is that 1 cent. We always say when a sub penny breaks a penny in the OTC stocks, it usually is able to run, and that's what we'll be looking here in BMIX next week. This next one is an OTC cannabis stock that we've actually have product of, KGKG. It's got hemp energy drink out there, a whole bunch of different flavors. I mean, we've been following them since 2017. This next one is an OTC cannabis penny stock. This is a stock we've been following since all the way back in 2018. We actually have a couple of their products. We've tried a couple of their products. It's a hemp energy drink. It's interesting. But we're looking for the lineup. We're not looking for the good drink or the good stock. We're looking for the lineup and the pattern to happen. And in KGKG, it looks like a first green day is due here. It's coming down to long-term support area of 009. So that's a sub-penny spot. But if it's able to jump back above that and then get past the penny, we'll be looking to play KGKG just like BMIX. ILUS, OTC penny stock ILUS is our next one. It's one that we were actually able to make over $1,100 when Jack was in town. Jack Kellogg was in town with us a couple months ago on a panic dip buy when it came down to 10 cents. It's now back to that 9.5 cent, 10 cent long-term support area. We want to see it continue to hold 9.5, and if it does that, we're looking for the day that it passes back above 11.5 and creates a first green day. Next one is a good old reliable, and why we call it an old reliable is because you don't risk as much, but it also doesn't move as far. So we usually risk around 3 to 2%, looking for a 10% gain here. And this is with the lithium stock LIACF. It's done good with us in the past, and usually when it has first green days, it follows up. So we'll be looking for that first green day in the upcoming week. Last two OTC stocks are Bitcoin related stocks, and like I was saying before, the Bitcoin market has been getting crushed, and over the weekend it got even uglier, which means these stocks are going to be going down, and usually after multiple red days, these stocks do create a nice green day, and the nice green days do typically follow up to a second green day. So we'll be looking for that move in both of these Bitcoin grayscale stocks. Now, what's interesting about both these stocks is they literally follow the price of Ethereum and Bitcoin. So ETHE, if you like Ethereum, you can just buy this OTC stock, and it's pretty much following the same exact pattern. Not exactly the price, but the pattern. It's a cheaper version of buying Ethereum. And then you have Gbtc, which is another grayscale Bitcoin stock, and this one follows Bitcoin. So whenever Bitcoin goes up, this is going up. Whenever it goes down, this is going down. Now, like I said before, Bitcoin's been getting crushed. So when the first green day does happen overnight in Bitcoin, we'll be looking to try to take advantage of these two moves in ETHE and Gbtc. There's some interesting. And now let's move on to the interesting stuff, the listed stocks. And why I say it's interesting is because with the market crashing the way it is the past month and especially the past week, there are opportunities everywhere in the listed market. A lot of people are panicking, but when people panic, you can take advantage and actually become rich from it, especially if you don't have your money in it right now. So if you do have some free money, this is definitely a time to take advantage of these dips. Don't know when it's going to end, but we do think that the curl is going to be happening soon. And you just have to think, if you did like these companies 2 months ago when they were almost double the price they are now, why would you not like them now? So you might as well go with it. And these are the stocks that we're looking for in the upcoming week. The first one is the stock that everyone knows about, Apple. And Apple is on 3 straight red days with the overall market, going from 150 all the way back down to the 137 area. 127's 52-week lows, and we're not really expecting to get that low because Apple's such a great stock. But 130s would be a nice spot to be able to try to eye it down and possibly get a first green day next week in Apple. The next one officially changed their name last week, so we no longer are going to see FB or Facebook out there. We are going to see Meta in the stock market, META. And the Meta stock has been going down, creating 4 straight red days from $200 to $175. 52-week lows are 169, so it seems like a lot of these stocks are heading that way. We usually want them to settle around that area and double bottom there. If they don't double bottom at that area, we'll be looking for a long-term support 2 to 3 years out to possibly get a bounce here in Meta. $160 is that 3-year low. So if we do crack 52-week lows, we'll be looking at that 160 spot. And the last 2 listed stocks are actually first red day shorts. So as a stock sniper, we do mainly go long, but one of our sniper patterns that is consistent is the first red day short, and we look for it to happen after multiple green days. Both of these stocks we're about to bring up are on a multiple green day run and look like they're due to come back down. IMPP, oil-related stock, that has been going up since the 50s all the way now into the 90s to end the week. Almost 5 straight upward days every single day on the week. And we think if it does squeeze one more day, it is due to come back down. So if it pushes into the ones, we think it's coming right back down. And then last but certainly not least is Redbox. RDBX, crazy what's going on with them. They actually were able to spike from the 9s to the 18s, so they doubled their stock completely recently, and now it seems like it's time to come back down. With Redbox, it's a hype stock, so we don't want to try to just jump in a short. We really want to try to find some sort of resistance ahead to risk off of, and we like that $20 area. So if it's able to spike all the way up to $19, $20 area, we're going to be looking to possibly short that first red day opportunity in Redbox. And wrap it up there, snipers. That is the list we got there. Redbox actually already crashed if you guys didn't see it. Since I'm posting this on Tuesday, Monday we got a big crash in Redbox, so we're all the way back down to the 11s, all the way from 18. So that last one would have worked out perfectly. You could have made almost 50% on your money on that first red day short. And that's why we do what we do. Hope to see you guys on the team soon. And if not, hopefully you guys can profit off of one of these bags. Stock Sniper Mike, out.